Y'all come on in. Welcome. We thank y'all for being here with us today. We're gonna tap in today to this Lions Gate portal. Some energy. The doors are open. The House of Amenity are ready to receive you. Like I told us early. Let's think about this as an invitation to the marriage of the Lamb. God dang me.
I heard it. I heard when you talk about the when you said "come on," and I was saying with my Tupac voice, "Come with me, Hail Mary." we
Did you make me want to strike that one up?
come
Okay.
with me. I would every time, and you said it more than once. Every time I heard you say it, it was like, "Come with me," and you was like the Book of Revelations. I was like the Book of Revelations.
You feel me?
So here go the Hearts of a Mentee. Welcome all of y'all who coming in.
Y'all
Let
come
me
on
turn it
in.
up. I'm chilling with those in the halls of a mentee. No food in 3 days, stomach empty and fasting. All the while I'm acting on my passion. Sacred sight bound and I'm being to galactic.
They try to bring me down like Atlantis. They ain't understanding the message of the passage. Yeah, that's automatic. Force field fashion from world like Dwayne Wade. Yeah, different planet. Everybody's so savage. Dark green tablet. Let me teach the people they can do a little magic. Let me teach the people they can walk a little faster. Keep a tight grip, walking up Jacob's ladder. Let go of that cargo. Now you know the mysteries of the cosmos. And you know that up here's no time zones. You can go anywhere that I go. Let's go. Fasting on everything, cool on everything. And back to the astral plane. I'm sick of the same things. I'm feeling like
Hey,
take cash rules every day.
chilling with those in the halls of a
Empty.
mentee.
No food in 3 days, stomach empty and fasting. All the while I'm acting on my passion. Sacred sight bound and I'm being to galactic. Chilling with those in the halls of a mentee. No food in 3 days, stomach empty and fasting. All the while I'm acting on my passion. Sacred sight bound and I'm being to galactic. I'm one, with my mind, body, and soul. The love that I am taking over control. Got my soul integrating as my mind got divided. I feel my continent with light, then I became triple sided. My glands started expanding, started commanding. My thoughts and emotions, my body was standing in complete darkness. I was cold and heartless. Till meditation, how your boy feeling thoughtless. Geometrical patterns started manifesting and started blessing my path. I started feeling the wrath from within. My ponyo getting bigger. Accommodating and
144.
activating. My rhymes getting sicker. That's when Thoth stepped in as he looked me in my eye. Astro projected out, Dory Lila to the sky.
That
Immortal
part.
observations of parallel creations ascending through these dimensions of light. Feel my sensations, and I'm chilling with those in the halls of a mentee.
No food in 3 days, stomach empty.
And fasting.
Detox.
Acting on my passion. Sacred sight bound and I'm being to galactic. Chilling with those in the halls of a mentee.
No food in 3 days, stomach empty.
And fasting. All the while I'm acting on my
Hey.
passion. Sacred sight bound and I'm being to galactic.
He who by progress has
11:11.
grown
That's
from the
right.
darkness, lifted himself from the night into light. Free is he of the halls of Amenti, free from the flower of light and of life. Guided he then by wisdom and knowledge, passes from men to the master of life.
I love this violin part, sis.
Me too, girl. I'm over here getting it. Hey.
You would swear I play the violin.
Okay. Hey.
Listen. That's right. You love this positive energy. Come on in. Come on in. Yep. This is the positive energy. Feel this.
Link up.
See, somebody said it's hitting. Oh, that's Bloom. Hey, Bloom, it's hitting, right? That's what I'm talking about because I'm chilling with those in the halls of a mentee. I've been saying those, but as I said, it says thought. Somebody corrected me. They was like, thought. And I was like, well, I've been saying those because when I first got this, I was literally working with my crew in the halls of a mentee, the people that was with me. And I was like, I'm chilling with those in the halls of a mentee. So that's how it rings to me. But they saying they in the song, they're really saying chilling with Thoth, Toth. So, and we
Okay,
call we
so we have a question
go
before we
ahead, go
go.
ahead.
Where, someone wants to know where you from, sis.
Oh, I am from Jamaica. I always said somebody asked me if I was from Africa. I was like, yeah, but through the lineage, I am what do you call it? Exported from Africa into Jamaica and then here. I'm like what they call a
Mm,
first generation American because I don't have no history here of all my people from Jamaica.
okay, and I am from Alabama, y'all. So
Alabama,
we came
Alabama.
together like it's weird. I think sis started coming in the lives or
Mm-hmm.
some kind of way we met through the live experience and we exchanged number. It wasn't right off, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We've been knowing each other a minute, but it wasn't no exchange until alignment started happening, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But we are here now and I am very we are happy to understand and understand and overstand that right now we are in the knowing.
Ashe.
And we are so grateful to that. Okay, and the only way that can happen, y'all, when you walk in
Yes.
your true life. Okay,
Ashe.
walking in that heart bridge for your people, for your tribe, finding your community. Okay, starting with your stability. So that's where we started from. All right, she got to where she is. I am where now we linking up, and spirit is like, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not just about once you make it out of this. Remember, I told y'all when we get to that 0 point, right? You make it out the crown, balance and all of that is no such thing. Now you got it. Okay, so everything outside of you, right, starts aligning around you. So
Mm-hmm.
this is what we see happening right now with me and sis, okay? Who we are, who we've been purposed to be, is in the stars. This is in the stars. This right here, what we are doing, okay? So y'all tap
Ashe.
in with sis. If y'all aren't following her, make sure you go follow her. Sis
Tap
good with
in.
the birth charts. She do all types of things. I'm over here. I do the coaching sessions for the chakras, but we'll get into that at the end of it. But right now we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let sis go ahead and take the floor. Let her give
Mm-hmm.
us what we got going on for this energy that's coming up in the next couple of days. So thank you for being here with us. It's an honor, celestial earth,
Ashe.
and we just absolutely love you, girl. So go,
Thank you.
girl,
Thank
go,
you.
girl.
Clock the T. Clock the T. Y'all clock it and share the T. Share the live. Both lives right now. We live in double vibing. So those who are here, as somebody asked me a question about Thoth, so we going into that right now. This is what the halls of a mentee is. That's why it says chilling with Thoth. But I call it Jehoodi because I want to stick to the origins of the tongue. When we stick to the origins, we open up the dormant code. So Jehoodi is the true Kemetic word for Thoth. Thoth is the, or Thoth, depending on how you pronounce it. Thoth is the Greek version of Jehoodi. That's when the Greeks came and studied in Kemet and took all our information from our ancient ones to give you all the astrology that you all have today, which is really when our ancient ones studied the cosmos. That's why I call it cosmology, right? So Jehoodi is known as the messenger. Jehoodi, which they call Thoth, is the one who is leading us through the halls of Amenti. The story of that is that Jehoodi walks you to the halls, to that gateway. That gate, if you can imagine it, if I don't know if some of you have seen lions at somebody's door, like you'll have a statue, them two statue lions. Like kind of imagine it like that. That's a gate right there. That's a gateway. We got them two lions right there. So it's almost as if Jehoodi, the messenger, brings you to the halls of Amenti and sends you on your way. He doesn't walk with you. He brings you to the halls of Amenti. That's the message. Message is you go into the halls of Amenti and get what you need to get, right? And so the halls of Amenti is really the 8-8 Lionsgate. But to answer your question before I said that, because you were asking me if I read anything on Thoth, and no, not necessarily, especially not on Thoth. It would be Jehoodi. And someone had asked me to talk about Jehoodi a long time ago, but I just wasn't there yet. Getting more comedically inclined, getting the downloads that I get, taken straight to the pyramids. A lot of the information I have is the book of life within. It's not an external book that I've been reading. I know Dedicated is aware of that because I hear her say that a lot. The book that we get a lot of the information from is you getting the book from within, from the ethers. You open up your crown, you letting all that information come in. You're allowing yourself to be available vessel, right? And the more you clear your vessel, which is why this detox to detach is that important. The more you clear your vessel, clear any old wounds, clear out your densities, you are removing resistance out of your vessel, which allows light codes to stream through you and beam through you. So that's how the downloads start coming. If you notice, most of you that are getting downloads right now is because you've been doing some kind of work. There's something you've been doing that you've been releasing, and now you've opened your channel to be a receptor for this work. So that's how I get a lot of the information about Jehoodi and the Halls of Amenti. That came to me. I didn't pick up a Halls of Amenti book. I don't even know where to tell you where to get a Halls of Amenti book, right? So this is bringing me now to the Halls of Amenti. Faithfully, I answer your question. So the information that I have is all within. So I could tell you about Jehoodi the messenger. And in this case, I'm telling you what his job is in walking us through the halls of Amenti. This is the message to Heru, preparing Heru for the battle. And when I'm saying these, I want us to understand this is a part of you. This is the Jehoodi in you that is bringing you to the Heru in you to get ready to battle the Set in you. I've never heard no one break it down like this, and I was telling them that earlier in the live. I've heard Billy Carson talk about the halls of Amenti, but very intellectually. I haven't heard no one infusing it into the soul's consciousness, which is why these stories are told. They're not told for us to study them externally. They're told so that you can esoterically infuse it inside your consciousness and understand the instructions that you are being given through this story for you. Not just to be like, I know that story. So this halls of Amenti is when Jehoodi walks us there. And it is a hallway of, and this is a true 8-8 gateway. So let me clarify that too. When y'all hear 088 line, it is a gateway. It's not one day, it's a gateway that is already opened up from the end of July, and it pretty much goes up to August the 12th. Consider this year being from one full moon to the new moon, opening up on the full moon 29th, closing out on the new moon the 12th, right? And there's no coincidence in that. This year, the 12th happens to be on the day of our solar eclipse, new moon, our first solar eclipse, as our nodes have changed into Leo and Aquarius. That's a whole nother thing, but I want to stick that there so you understand that, because all of this ties together. This halls of Amenti is extremely powerful, more powerful than it was 2 years ago. We had a major one 2 years ago. And so the message I was getting is this one is even more than that one that we had, meaning more people are coming together. Call it like a starseed galactic gathering. More of us are coming together, right? Just like us right here, sis. This is why it's bringing us together in a more massive way, in a more prominent, profound way, ready to set the tone for the rising of the light colonies within the fifth dimension. Ultimately, all of this is helping to expand us into the fifth dimension, right? So keep all of that in mind. All of this is interconnected, intertwined, deeper into the Aquarian age, which is ushering us deeper into the fifth dimension, right? Are the light codes earringing? That's some of it. You may feel light codes, and I'm going to talk about that too. I'm going to give you the Halls of Amenti story, and we're going to talk about light codes, because someone was asking that last night, like, how do I know that I'm getting the light codes? So some of it is your ears ringing. Some of you may feel your palms tingling. Some of you may feel the soles of your feet tingling. Like, all of these are examples of you exchanging or integrating with light codes, right? And getting downloads and all of that. It's you really connecting with the pulsation of the earth, right? So with that, the Halls of Amenti story is he walks us to the gateway. The hallway in and of itself is a hallway of mirrors. Mirrors for us to see the reflections. Either way, you cannot escape, because a lot of times the mirror of life comes up to us, but we look in another direction. The Halls of Amenti, you are walking through a focused corridor, and there are mirrors on both sides, and these mirrors are to show you the distortions that you've been living in, that you've been abiding by. It's to highlight the illusions, not just the illusions in the world. I want us to focus on us. What are the illusions you've been living in your life, world, and affairs? Even for those of us who be like, well, I'm out the matrix, but, and I'm going to say this, no shot, no shade to nobody. And I've been saying that a lot lately. You out the matrix. Do you still celebrate holidays? Because if you do, you're not really out of the matrix. There's no, the holidays are very much a part of the matrix. So you're not out of the matrix. I don't care how spiritual you are and how much you know. And I know that people may not like to hear that, but that's called straddling the fence. We don't have time to be straddling the fence right now in 5D. Some of y'all gonna get hurt straddling the fence, right? So this halls of a mentee is helping us to focus on the mirror that's being reflected, to see the distortion so we can shatter the distortion. And as we walk through and we shatter each one, this is a major ego death. This is one of the most major ego deaths throughout the year. We have cosmic alignments that give us an opportunity to have an ego death at least 3 times throughout the year. There may be more, but at least 3. And this is one of them, right? So the halls of a mentee, by the time when I say ego death, is really getting rid of that misappropriated ego, which is the set in you that is in your consciousness is the misappropriated ego. So Jehoodi is preparing Heru for this battle. So this halls of a mentee is what strengthens you for the battle. So Jehoodi, as the messenger, is bringing this message to Heru. Heru gets this message when walking through the halls of a mentee. You, the Heru in you, gets this message when it walks through the halls, and it has to face its own mirrors. And as someone said earlier today, they said it reminded them of the Bruce Lee movie when he had to walk through, I forgot what they said, but it was like his toughest part, like it was his toughest challenges when he had to walk through this experience. I forgot the name of it, but it's very similar to that. So this is a very tough experience. Imagine this is challenging you to shatter illusions. And I'm saying this word, but I don't think we all understand how much of a challenge that could be when it's something you've been holding on to all your life, when it's something that has been imprinted in you through your bloodline, through society. It is not that easy. You are going to have to face these things and really look at them and make a decision to shatter them, to shatter this, what it means to you. So for example, somebody earlier today was saying, what about hell? Like, they coming out of Christianity, and one of the hardest things is having this fear of being in hell, right? Of doing things that's going to keep them in hell. And I said, well, one of the first things is when you walk through the halls of a mentee, that concept is going to be a distortion to be shattered, because there is no hell as in a place. Like, first of all, that fear is an illusion. That fear of hell, being bound to hell, is an illusion. That's a part of what they teach you in religion, to keep you, bound there. And it's improper. It's misappropriated. It is not truth, right? Heaven or hell is a state of mind. So one of the concepts that going to have to be broken, and this may be for some of you who may be coming fresh out of Christianity, but this is going to be one of the things that has to be broken, that there is no hell. So stop fearing that. Some of you are afraid to fully step into your spiritual identity of who you really are, because you're afraid that's still tethered to you somehow. You may have walked out of the church, but the church didn't walk out of you. You know how they say you came out, you left the hood, but you didn't take the hood out of the. You can take. You remember that movie? I forgot her name. You can take Dashiki out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of Dashiki.
Okay.
Okay. So some of you, you done came out of church, but the church ain't come out of you. So these are some concepts. There's some dogmatic concepts that have to be rewired, because they're holding you back in fear. Look at what this person said. I'm afraid of. Fear is the #1 block of your root chakra. Come on, you're blocking your lower chakras. You can't. It's not flowing. You operating in fear, in just that concept alone. So what concepts? Yep, right down there shows the root is blocked, and that's your base. That's your foundation. If your base is out of whack, all of the rest of them are going to be out of whack. All of them. I don't care how much you're trying to open your third eye. A lot of people try to open a third eye and all the lower chakras out of whack. And that's how some people get messed up too, by the way. Mental collapse and all of
They
that.
call it psychosis or
The
something like
spirit,
that.
the psychosis and the spiritual psychosis, for some people it's an awakening, but it happens in that way because of the illusions that you've had in your third eye, and now you done opened up something that shattered it, and you wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. You wasn't ready in your lower chakras to be in a stable place to be opening this up. So some people be jumping straight to the third eye. Nah, you need to go down to that root, right? You need to go down to that root, stabilize that root, break up those fears, open your chakras from the lower bodies, the lower ones, and build till you are able to be able to do this one right here. This ain't for everybody. This can be maddening. I'm a strong third eye person, and I could tell you some of the things that drive you like crazy, cuckoo for cocoa puffs. Like I'm about to flip the script, and I got a strong third eye. So some of us got to really be ready for these, to be facing this. So walking with the halls of a mentee is allowing you to find out these illusions that you've been living in, that's not a reality, and that's going to be the tough battle that we're fighting. So at the end of the halls of a mentee, when you get to there, let me stop right there. I don't know if anyone has any questions. Let me check because I see some of the stuff. Some of what was the name of that? Oh, don't be a menace. Yeah, the when I gave the example of dashiki out of the hood, yeah, that's menace. Menace to society. No, don't be a menace while drinking your juice in South Central, something like that. You learn to recognize fear and false evidence appearing real. Yes. So when you start shattering illusions, you start to recognize fear as false evidence appearing real. It is not real. Operative word, false. And it does have evidence. This is why y'all believe it, because it got some evidence. And some of us need to question that evidence. It is false evidence appearing real.
Spirit, but
They
that's real.
yeah, they tricked you. You've been bamboozled, like Malcolm X said. You've been bamboozled, hoodwinked. They done hoodwinked you. There's
Let it
no reality.
understand me.
Yeah, so some of you, when you walk through the halls of a mentee, some of the messages you probably already been getting now is gonna really break through. Like now, like some of you that's been getting the messages about your family, yeah, they not for you. They don't like you. You've learned what you needed to learn, and it's time to move on, right? The concepts that you have about money, you're going to learn how time is an illusion. Some of you already see some of that. Money is an illusion. Some of you see some of that, but not all of us embody that, right? Some of us will say, oh, money is an illusion, but then, oh my God, I don't got it. Oh my God, you drop right back into fear when a situation happens. So we have to embody the things that we're knowing. Some of us are realizing that family is an illusion. When you go through the halls of a mentee, these are the things that are going to crack you open if you choose to fight that battle. If you choose to break the mirrors, because some of you may walk through and still be afraid to shatter some of these mirrors. By the time you get to the end of the hall, the purpose of it is you are supposed to leave the body behind, the physical body, or what we call the flesh mind, the things that we're entangled with in the flesh mind. You're supposed to leave that behind and only ascend with your spiritual mind, your higher self. That means everything that you are attached to, I don't care what it is, a person, a job, my favorite, drop it. It's part of the flesh. It's not part of your spirit. This takes a strong amount of spiritual discipline and discernment. Shay, all right, go ahead, sis.
All right, we have a question. Miss Chris wants to know, how do you go through the halls of a mentor?
Okay, that's what we are doing right now. So if you want guidance, you're going to want to jump into this detox to detach that we doing right now, tonight. And this is like what the third one I'm doing. I started since 2024. And so, how you go through it is we got to get ready to go into a spiritual quarantine, right? Because obviously, there's not a physical place where we finna walk y'all through some halls. These are the hallways of your consciousness. It's a hallway in your consciousness that is a concentrated hallway with mirrors on both sides. So it's you having the self-discipline to go within and do the work that needs to be done. So for this week, it's 7 days that we're in this. We're starting tonight, so I can help guide some of you, a lot of you, whoever's in there tonight, with what to look out for, how to operate through this detox, and what we're going to be doing to help catch ourselves. I'm basically equipping you with the tools so that you can know how to catch yourself. And a lot of that has to do with the detox, because when you detox to detach, you're moving things out of the way so that when these challenges come up, you can have the strength to shatter these mirrors. If you don't, you're not going to shatter it. Some people could walk through this and then, not drop nothing. And they don't leave that body behind, which means you did not experience a true ego death. And so this is how you're going to walk through the hall. So the quarantine is staying at home, what it may look like. And I'm not saying you can't absolutely go nowhere, but you want to pull yourself out of certain places, right? You want to pull yourself away from certain foods because foods give information. And then you want to decide to not go to certain places. And this determines how serious you all are, because I can't tell nobody what to do, but I know what I'm doing. It doesn't matter what you signed up for. I don't care who birthday it is, who whatever. I'm not gonna be there.
The
I'm
family reunion,
fa-
look, the outing, the barbecue.
all of that.
Listen, it's not just about detoxing from your food.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's also detaching, detox to detach from those people,
Exactly.
places, and
Things.
things that are no longer serving us. All
Ashe.
right. So look, somebody say I'm eating chips.
That,
It's okay.
that's
You
okay.
just
Finish
got
the
here.
chips.
You know,
Finish your
finish your
chips.
chips.
Now you know. Finish
Now
your
you know.
chips and enjoy
And
it.
Miss Chris, you hang around with us, baby, before we leave here. We're gonna give y'all all the information on how you can be a part of the detox to detach on these 7 days. Okay, so y'all just hang out with us. We're gonna get through discussing. If I have any more questions, just feel free to put it in the chat. I may not get to it right when you put it in the chat, but when you see that go up, sis usually takes some time for us so we can have questions, okay? And I can give her the questions that you all are asking, okay? So y'all just be patient. We're gonna get right on into that. But sis, you can, go ahead and continue. But yes, y'all, this is not about food. This is you releasing those people, places, and things that's messing with that currency, that's giving you those illusions. And see, this is the thing. Again, this is a chosen team. This is a chosen team right here. This is a
Ashe.
chosen thing right here. Meaning, I'm choosing what I always say it. Where the way, the truth, and the life. Okay, so
Exactly.
this is what's bringing us into the house of Amenti. Okay, if you are able to walk into your truth, if you're able to walk in your authenticity, if you're able to walk in your love, if you're able to embody. When I'm saying walking, I'm meaning I am that. When I leave, when my eyes open in the time, I am chosen to choose to walk from my crown down, meaning I'm bringing heaven down to earth. Because this is not a place. This is not somewhere that we are going. We are just rising up into our nervous system. Okay? And
Ashe.
it's like a tower of, I'm gonna say it all the time. It's like a Tower of Babel thing.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we lost our way because we could no longer harmonize. Remember, so now we are finding the truth. Now we are finding the tools that we need. We are coming together again in truth. Those are who are of a like mind. Anyway, okay. So all this happening is all of us are raising up in our nervous system, the throne of our nervous system. We are allowing the lion energy to roar in our solar plexus, your personal sun. Okay, that's helping push you on up into your knowing that I am chosen to choose.
That
Okay,
part.
so that's where we are with the House of Amenti, just to break it down a little bit so we can actually really get the inner out overstanding, because you not serve two masters any longer. And those two masters is only your lower nature and your higher self fighting with each other. Okay? Your higher self now, the House of Amenti, those mirrors, they're showing you now the illusions that we have walked in for so many centuries. Okay? So these mirrors are now asking us, hey, will you come with us? But what's this say? Come
Come
with
with
me.
me.
And
Hail
remember,
Mary.
what did I tell us this morning? We have to take it by what? Force. Okay? We are now at the gates of hell. Will you allow them to prevail against you? Or are you going to choose, chosen, the way, the truth, and the light? Okay? So we're
That
going to give
part.
it back to you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you. And I wanted to say, some of you, whoever's on YouTube, I may have to close out and open back up on a different device because I'm not seeing you all's comments, and the screen went dark, and even with plugging it up, it's not coming back on. So I don't know if the phone is in some kind of overheating mode. My apologies, because I know somebody just wrote something and I can't see it right now. So if you could jump over, if there's something that I overlooked and you have a question, I'm gonna plug out of this phone and open up the live on the other phone so you can send that question over there. So let me just do that right now for you all. And while I'm doing that, answer someone. Oh, they told me the mirrors, the Hall of Mirrors in the Dragon. It was called Enter the Dragon. That was the Bruce Lee movie. Thank you for that. Somebody was reminding me of the movie.
I remember that. I remember that movie.
Yeah, they told me that means that whoever wrote that movie knew something about this halls of Amenti in their philosophy, because this comes from Kemet. And what a lot of people don't know is that all that Reiki and all of that stuff, it comes from Kemet, not to the Tibet, not the Asians. The Asians got it from the Hindus, the Sanskrit teachings that came from Kemet first. So these are philosophies that went over that way.
Oh, we was talking about this morning when you talk about the Philosopher's Stone. I heard you speak on it. The Philosopher's Stone, I told him this morning, and it just peeked back out at me when you spoke on that. So the Philosopher's Stone, y'all, is often referred to as a white stone. Okay, it represents the new crystalline identity. Okay. Isn't that deep?
Yes, and that's the crystalline grid, and that's those of us who are switching to the crystalline bodies. That's why y'all body's changing right now. That's another part of why this detox is important. Your body's already been saying, we not doing this no more, because you're going from a carbon-based body to the crystalline body. So that's the crystalline grid. Like, I get that hit. I get it. It's intertwined right there. So I'm going live.
Yes.
I put up the live, so I'm closing you all out right now. Just letting y'all know. The other